Yesterday's decision by the government to raise excise duties on fuel and tobacco products as part of an effort stipulated by the European Union to reduce the budget deficit was slammed in Parliament today by opposition MPs. Former Finance Minister Ivan Shukar said the increase shows that the government is avoiding structural reforms, adding that its failure to consolidate spending will leave citizens footing the bill. Several experts also discussed the increased duties on Croatian radio this morning, with a trade union representative pointing out that these measures will be counterproductive as higher fuel prices will have a ripple effect on consumer prices across the board, which will in turn lower the buying power of ordinary citizens. Meanwhile, at a national meeting for consultations on business and entrepreneurship held in Petrčane, just north of the coastal city of Zadar, Entrepreneurship and Small Business Minister Gordan Maras rather optimistically announced this morning that Croatia had moved out of its long-lasting recession. Maras backed this claim by noting that in the final quarter of 2014, businesses were operating in the black, however slightly. He also asserted that this positive trend is continuing in the first quarter of this year. For the third time, a lender with credit liabilities pegged to the Swiss franc won a lawsuit against a bank. A loan agreement between a lender in Osijek and Zagrebačka Bank was declared null and void by a local court. In its ruling, the court stated that she had actually overpaid her debt to the bank significantly and that she is entitled to reimbursement from the bank. The ruling, however, is subject to appeals and is not yet legally binding. Economist Ivan Lovrinović said that while the news of this verdict is heartening, it is nonetheless troubling that none of the appeals filed with the Supreme or Constitutional courts tied to the so-called currency clause have even begun to be deliberated by these bodies. The tourist pre-season is heating up, and the airport in the northern coastal city of Pula has high expectations. Its top officials say they are well prepared, as they have invested millions in renovating the facilities and runways and contracted regular flights from new destinations. They have also reorganized their staffing practices by outsourcing a number of jobs. This summer, 400,000 travelers are expected, despite the loss of a high number of guests coming in from Russia. Last night, an exhibition called The Sacred and the Profane opened in the Klovićevi Dvori Gallery in Zagreb's historical Old Town. For the first time, the 80 most valuable paintings and sketches by the Italian Baroque masters will be shown to the public. The exhibition underscores the fact that during the Baroque era, about 4 centuries ago, these artworks were commissioned by parties all down the Croatian coast, recognizing the importance of the predominant art trends of the time. It is also noteworthy that all of the works in this exhibition are held in collections and art treasuries in Croatia, and most were restored by the Croatian Conservation Institute. In sports, in tennis, at the Masters Series tournament in Monte Carlo, Croatia's Marin Cilic today faces world number 1 Novak Djokovic of Serbia in the quarterfinals. Earlier in the third round, Cilic defeated French contender Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. And finally, the weather forecast for the rest of the day. Skies will be moderately to predominantly overcast, accompanied by occasional rainfall, mostly in the west, and in the east and south by the end of the day. Some places may see some thunder showers. Light to moderate Scirocco winds will blow on the coast, getting quite strong in the open seas, while southwesterly winds will also blow in the north. The sea will be slightly to moderately wavy with higher waves on the open waters. Today's temperatures will generally range from 16 to 21 degrees Celsius, getting a little lower at the higher elevations and a little higher in the easternmost parts of the country. Skies will be mostly overcast tomorrow, accompanied by rainfall and some snow at the highest elevations in the west central regions adjacent to the coast. Precipitation will cease as the day closes, and skies will begin to clear up in the west. Skies will become sunnier as of Sunday, although there may still be some light rainfall at the beginning of next week. The coast can also expect occasional rainfall tomorrow. This will be followed by mainly dry and sunny conditions on Sunday and Monday. The Scirocco winds will turn to a Bora wind that will spread from the north to the entire coast by the end of the day. These Bora winds will lessen in intensity on Sunday.